Hallo Leute, willkommen zurück. In today's video we are going to learn dative case, Dativ auf Deutsch. So we have four cases in German language: Nominativ, Accusativ, Dativ und Genitiv. We have already learnt what exactly is nominative and accusative. So I will leave their links in the top and also in the description below for your reference, and today we will understand dative. So what exactly is dative? Nominative is subject of the sentence, accusative is direct object of the sentence, and dative is an indirect object of the sentence. Now let's understand this topic in detail. Let's go. Before we start with dative, I just want to quickly revise all the articles. So article im Nominativ. Masculine is der, ein, kein. Feminine is die, eine, keine. Neutrum is das, ein, kein. Plural is die und keine. And do note that we do not have unbestimmt article in plural. Article im Accusativ. Masculine is den, einen, keinen. Feminine is die, eine, keine. Neutrum is das, ein, kein. Plural is die und keine. Article im Dativ. Masculine is dem, einen, keinem. Feminine is der, einer, keiner. Neutrum is dem, einem, keinem. Plural is den plus n or keinen plus n. Do note that masculine and neutrum article are same in dative case, and feminine is there, einer, keiner. It does not mean that it is changing its article to masculine like in nominative case, alright. And plural is den plus n or keinen plus n. It means that you add article den and additional n to the noun in the end. Now we will understand how do we do that. As we discussed, dative is an indirect object of the sentence. Let me give you an example. Ich kaufe eine Maske. I buy a mask. Who is the subject here? Ich, yeah, and that's nominative. What ich is buying? Eine Maske, and that's direct object and accusative. Let me give you another example. Ich kaufe der Ärztin eine Maske. I buy the doctor a mask, a female doctor. Ärztin is a female doctor. Again, ich is nominative, and what ich is buying, eine Maske, that is direct object and accusative. For whom ich is buying the mask? Ärztin, right? The female doctor. And Ärztin is a feminine noun originally, it is die Ärztin, but here it is in dative form, that's why the article is there. Yeah, it is der Ärztin. Now let me explain once again. Nominative answers the question who of the sentence. Accusative answers the question what of the sentence, and dative answers the question to whom or for whom of the sentence. So in this case, who is buying the mask? Ich, that is nominative. What ich is buying? Mask, yeah, that is direct object, accusative. For whom ich is buying mask? The doctor, female doctor, yeah, der Ärztin. Ärztin is a feminine noun, and in dative it is der Ärztin. So I hope it is clear to you now. So this who, what or for whom could be a living thing or a non-living thing, means it could be a person or an object. Do note that if there are two objects in the sentence, then the person or the receiver will be dative. Dative also answers the question when and where, but that is a different grammar, we will learn that later. Let me give you one more example. Du bringst dem Kind einen Bleistift. You bring the child a pencil. Nominative is du, yeah, that is the subject. Bringen is the verb, it means to bring. What du is bringing? Einen Bleistift, a pencil, yeah. Bleistift is a masculine noun, that's why, and here it is in accusative form, it is a direct object, that's why the article is einen Bleistift, yeah. For whom du is bringing the pencil? Kind, yeah, the child. Kind is neutrum noun, it is das Kind originally, and here kind is actually receiver of the action. That's why it is in dative case and the article is them here. It is them kind. So, du bringst dem Kind einen Bleistift. So, again du is answering the question who of the sentence and einen Bleistift is answering the question what of the sentence, and them Kind is answering the question for whom or to whom of the sentence. That is why it is nominative, dative, accusative. Similarly, if you want to use unbestimmte negative article, you can just say du bringst einem Kind einen Bleistift, or du bringst keinem Kind einen Bleistift. Like you are not bringing pencil for any child, or you do not bring pencil for the child. Let us take one more example. Mein Bruder zeigt einer Frau den Park. My brother shows a female or a woman the park. Mein Bruder is nominative, subject of the sentence. What my brother is showing? Den Park. Park is a masculine noun, it is direct object accusative of the sentence, and that is why it is den Park here. Okay. To whom is my brother showing the park? Frau, a woman, which is a feminine noun, that is why it is, and it is here dative, that is why it is einer Frau. So, again you can apply the same concept of who, what and for whom or to whom. Dative is also based on dative verbs. There are some verbs in German language with which you do not really need a direct object. There will just be an indirect object which is dative. Zum Beispiel, ich helfe der Mutter. I help the mother. Ich is nominative, subject. Mutter is actually the receiver of the action and it is a feminine noun. Here it is in dative case, so that is why it is der Mutter. Similarly, wir antworten den Leuten. We answer the people. Wir is nominative. Den Leuten is in dative form. Die Leute is a plural noun. But what happens to plural article in dative case? It is den plus n. That is why article is den and we are adding extra n to Leute. So, it becomes den Leuten. Wir antworten den Leuten. We answer the people. Sarah gratuliert den Eltern. Sarah congratulates the parents. Sarah is nominative here. Gratulieren means to congratulate. It is a verb. Die Eltern is actually parents. Okay, it is a plural noun in itself. But here it is in dative form because Eltern is the receiver of the action, and that is why it is den Eltern, right. Plural article in dative is den plus n. So, it is den Eltern, but Eltern noun originally ends with n. So, in dative case you do not really need to add additional n to the original noun here. Here is the list of the common dative verbs that you need in day to day life. So, with these verbs you do not need a direct object, you do not need accusative case. So, first one is antworten means to answer, danken means to thank, helfen means to help, gefallen means to be pleasing, glauben means to believe, gratulieren means to congratulate, passen means to fit or to match, passieren means to happen or to occur, schmecken means to taste. Do note the difference between passen and passieren, sometimes it just gets confusing. We still have more dative verbs in German grammar, but for now these are good to start with. So, let us revise everything in a nutshell. Nominative answers the question who of the sentence, and that is the subject. Accusative answers the question what of the sentence because it is direct object. Dative answers the question to whom or for whom of the sentence because it is an indirect object. And this who, what, to whom, for whom could be a person, a living thing or a non-living thing like a object also. Dative is also based on dative verbs. I have already shared a few verbs just a while ago, and dative is also based on dative prepositions. We also have dative personal pronouns, possessive articles, but it is a very vast grammar, so I will split all of it in different videos. Right now, to begin with, you first understand what exactly is dative, and let me revise article im dative once again. Masculine is them, einem, keinem. Feminine is there, einer, keiner. Neutrum is them, einem, keinem. Plural is den plus n or keinen plus n. Now it's time for the house of carver. In the homework, you have to identify the original articles of the nouns and fill in the blanks here. You have to fill in the articles in dative here. So, it's best combination of both bestimmt and unbestimmt article, and do leave your answers in the comment box as usual, and I will get back to you ASAP as usual. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. Dankeschön.